A penal inquiry has been started up following a arrears of care waste management was permitted to construct up at several removal sites. It found on Thursday how the waste management of hospitals had not been inclined of in a prompt vogue by subcontractor Health Ecological Services. The environmental agent told the company was in violation of permits. He's told it had previous allocated the requirement to put in the UK's aging incineration plant web for clinic waste management. The Division of Public Health in England told Down there was no hazard to the social. A representative for the environmental agent in England told it had found he's to be in violation of ecological permits at 5 sites that transactions in clinic waste management. The Scotch Environmental Protect Agent, SEPA, as well affirmed how it given coercion notices at sites in Dundee and Shotts recent monthly, wherever its commanders are conduct continuing tracking. A representative for the environmental agent told, "We are take coercion activity versus the carrier, that includes gap of the excessive waste management, and includes start up a penal inquiry. We are support by the government and the NHS to provide Down there is no destruction to social services and for option plans to be put in location for hospitals struck to manage of their waste management reliably." SEPA told it was work close in the environmental agent and sturdily tracking sites in Scotland. He's has a transmission plant for waste management in Dundee and a store, handling and combustion website at Shotts. SEPA told the business had not lost above its coordinated regulating framework for each of the 2 Scotch sites. A UK by the government representative told it was tracking the position close and had done certainly how social services, consisting NHS trusts, had accident plans in location. He added, "Down there is completely no hazard to the public health of patients or the broad social. Ours precedence is to hinder destruction to the NHS and some urgent social services and job is by way to provide organisations can go on to manage of their waste management reliably and effectively." The Scotch by the government told Down there had been no accountable of any effect on services of NHS boards in Scotland. A representative added, "In the occasion of any destruction to facility at NHS sites through Scotland, NHS Scotland already has accident plans prepared to put in location to provide Down there is no effect on services to patients or personnel." Health Ecological Services describes himself on its website as the UK's guideline freelance supplier of health waste management control. Its newest business accounts show it had a circulation of fare above £31 metre in the year to the end of April 2017. They credited an 18% growth in turnover to a new treat factory in Newcastle. Business directors Gary and Alison Pettigrew were paid £299,521 among them. They as well shared dividend distribution of £480,000. The business owns earth and buildings cost £. He's told it had allocated the reducing in the UK's top temperature combustion power for the recent few years to the UK by the government, NHS bodies and the environmental agent. The business told all of its waste management was saved in compliance in stringent regulation. Anatomic waste management is not saved on any of our means for much longer rather than is permitted by allowed guidance, he's told. A representative added, "We include welcomed visits of the EA a quantity of times above the history few months and include sharpened out to them how the sum of waste management manufactured by the NHS for combustion far outweighs the whole combustion capabilities of the UK, and not fair he's. We are not the just business to sense the tension on our services, in lot of our competitive environment continuously violating store regulation." Jonathan Ashworth, Labour's Dark Public Health and Public Thoroughness Secretariat in England, named on Matt's signature to do a declaration in the building of House of Commons on the overwhelming revelations following 1 week. Taking into account the scope of he's extremely frustrating how the Secretariat of Country has not made he added. Toon's Chief of Public Health, Sarah Gorton, outlined the position as just terrible. Proverb it was hardly how such a painful position would include happened had the facility remained to house.